Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Travel Time Stories. I'm Shannon, your host from Texas. If this is your first time listening, be sure to check out my earlier episodes where I share travel adventures, lessons I've learned along the way, and bits of my own personal story, one episode at a time. Today's episode is extra special because I'm joined by someone you've heard me mention many times. She's the Frankie to my Grace, my sissy, my partner in crime, my ride or die, Ann Tuttle. Welcome to the show, Ann.
Shannon, thank you so much for having me tonight. It's going to be so much fun. I love talking about our trip.
Yes, it is. This is long overdue. So, everybody, grab your favorite beverage like us and settle in because we're diving into our New Orleans adventures, the unforgettable and the unbelievable. Ann and I met back in 2009, and by 2012, we were planning our first girls' trip to New Orleans. But first, Ann, I think we should tell everyone how we actually became friends.
Oh, I think we should. First of all, when Shannon met me, she really hated me, but something told me she is going to be your friend. You need to befriend her. So that was my mission. I decided, okay, this girl does not like me. Not okay, because I like everyone. I am a people person. I will talk to anybody on the street, in a restaurant, not particular. So yeah, it took me a couple days to win her over, but she finally realized that, yeah, I did what I had to do to get a job.
That's right. We first met because I interviewed you for a job that I was leaving. But after you befriended me, on the day that I left for a job fair, I told you to come along so we could work together somewhere better. And it paid off. We both got hired at Comcast and left the other job behind.
Oh, it did. Yes, definitely was a good change for us both.
As we became friends, I told you my adoption story and the town in Missouri where my birth mother lived. You asked if my birth mother's name was Susan, and when I said yes, you told me you'd met her at the bank where you worked. That gave me goosebumps.
Well, and not only was I able, did I tell you that I met her, but I was actually able to describe her to you. I mean, I had met her 3 or 4 times. And yeah, I had no clue that she was your mom until we were talking that day. And the chills that ran all over my body, I just could not believe that that link was there. That means something. We were supposed to meet.
Yep, exactly. We were supposed to be sisters.
Yep.
And now our trips together are part of our legacy. That first trip to NOLA had it all: Lafitte's Piano Bar, the haunted history tour, and even a horticulture lesson at the Royal Sonesta. I mean, only us turning a party trip into a botany session.
It was wonderful. We did though. And we got pieces of a really cool bamboo plant. Mine, of course, died the next year. Shannon actually, hers looked pretty good. It was getting big, flowering, and she repotted it, grown out of a pot, and boom, it just did not appreciate.
No, it didn't. And as a matter of fact, it was a red ginger plant, not a bamboo plant.
Oh,
Why
that's
you
right. You're right.
and that's why you lied and said you were a horticulturalist so we could get a cutting of the plant.
Very rare plant. That's what.
Yes. Let's talk about some of the wilder moments. There were pickpockets, over friendly bouncers, and yes, the
Um,
humping window guy. Oh, and of course, our stay at the Creole Inn with Kim and Charlie. We also had our first pedicab ride. Our driver was so nice and a lot of fun.
oh, and my first naked van. Hey, that was the trip to remember. Let me tell you guys, I cannot wait to dive into this one.
Exactly. That Creole Inn place had personality. I mean, there was a young tourist that got mugged nearby. There was the mysterious hole in the wall left by honeymooners. And then Charlie
Yes.
made the naked cameo, of course. And then Kim hounding you about going to Walmart with her.
Yeah, she really wanted somebody to take her shopping, but we were on vacation and I really didn't want to go to Walmart. So, yeah.
Exactly. So let's elaborate on the mysterious hole in the wall left by the honeymooners. I seem to recall
Foot.
we figured out, yeah, it was made by a foot, but the positioning of the hole on the wall had us scratching our
Oh,
heads
yeah.
to figure out what position they
Yeah.
must have been in to create it.
It was the best, guys. We laughed so hard. They
Think
were
we ever,
so embarrassed.
and I don't think we ever figured out what position they were in to make that hole.
No, no, we did not, because I don't know how he got his foot up that high on the wall. I mean, I just say it was really way up there. Definitely a foot.
Well, all I can say is he was definitely had some skills and was able to bend to make that hole in the wall.
Yes, somebody was flexible in that room, let me tell you.
So, Anne, tell everyone the story of Charlie's naked cameo. Just so everyone knows preference, him and Charlie were the husband and wife who managed the B&B that we stayed at in New Orleans.
Okay, so, pretty helpless folks here. Their internet kept going out and we needed internet. So we go down and ask about the internet. And Kim's like, well, it's gone out again. I don't know how to fix it. And I got to go somewhere. And Shannon's like, well, we can fix it for you. We used to do that for a living. She was like, oh, that would be fantastic. Just go in the office. The desk is right there. Just go in, yell at Charlie. Charlie will be in there, and just go ahead and fix it. You're like, okay. So Shannon's up under the desk, everything hooked up and fixed. I'm like, okay, well, I'll go let Charlie know that we got to go and, we have internet. Yay. So yeah, I started walking towards the kitchen. Between the office and the kitchen, there is a bathroom. Charlie was in the bathroom with no clothes on. And he didn't turn around backwards when I was going, no. He just stood there too and looked at me and went, so we both stood there for a minute. And I went, the internet fixed, and I took off. Oh, shit. So embarrassed. I didn't want to go down for coffee the next morning. I was so humiliated.
That was so great.
I rarely get embarrassed, guys. So yeah, this one really got me.
And don't forget the girl there auditioning for American Idol. She didn't make it, but she made the blooper reel. And the food
Man.
in New Orleans was incredible. I tried an alligator burger at La Bouge, and then we went to the upscale restaurant Revolution. That was
Oh,
wonderful.
it was fabulous.
Then you ended up with food
Absolutely.
poisoning at the local spot, which we won't name names on that one.
Yes. No, we will not. That was not fun. We had some hiccups on this trip. Little ghosty things, some food poisoning, two other little things.
Exactly. What was your favorite place at the French market, Anne, that we had to visit every single
Oh,
day?
guys, I'm telling you, they had this sangria that was the best I've ever had. No joke. Even Shannon agrees. And these Spanish manchego cheese sandwiches with serrano ham on them. She would grill them up. Oh, I was addicted. I literally would tell people when they would walk around, they would go, we just don't know where to eat. I would be like, guys, come over here. It's so good. Yeah, I crave that place to this day. That's
Yeah, you definitely gave them some free advertising, and so will I right now because the name of the place, it's at the French Market in New Orleans. So if you go, please visit them. It's Alberto's Cheese and Wine Bistro, and it's a husband and wife team. It's Chef Juan and his wife is Antonia, and their food is a Mediterranean flavors and it's to die for.
it really is, guys. Try it out.
Also, let us not forget you can't go to New Orleans without stopping at Cafe Du Monde for those beignets.
Oh, and the coffee. Yes. So good.
Exactly.
Powdered sugar everywhere and nobody cared.
We also met head chef and owner Matt Murphy at the Irish House restaurant. He had been on
Oh,
Chopped and won, And that was the best food I've ever had in my life, hands down. I am not joking. And I am so sad that it closed, but I did hear
Yes.
him and his family move back to Ireland. So when we make our trip to Ireland, we will be going around the island to find Chef Matt Murphy.
Yes, we will. That was the best food ever. I don't think I've ever eaten that much food in my life. So miserable, but it was all so good. You couldn't stop up.
Exactly. We ordered so much too because it all looked
Oh,
so good on the menu. We couldn't decide. So we just started ordering a whole bunch of random things off the menu. I think that's probably one of the reasons why Chef Matt came out and talked to us because we
yes,
ordered so much freaking food.
yeah. And we kept telling the waitress, oh my gosh, that was so fabulous. Yeah, it was wonderful. He came out, spent some time with us. We chatted with him. He told us that he'd been on Chopped and he couldn't tell us the outcome. So, of course, as soon as we got home,
Exactly. We found the episode and watched it.
yes, so we would know.
Yeah,
Yeah, fabulous food.
exactly. And at another restaurant, there was the chicken fried steak incident where a chef was
Um,
less than thrilled with you, Sissy.
we are not going to discuss this. It's a little hangry. Shame on you.
And we also took the haunted history tour, which was spooky but
Oh,
fascinating.
was.
We also visited the insectarium where, yes, I ate bugs.
She did. To try all the bugs, all the crispies.
Exactly.
I passed.
How about our photos we took on the haunted history tour, Sissy?
We got fabulous photos, tons of orbs in New Orleans. Never had that before. So yeah, it was quite an experience. We really enjoyed the ghost tour, and the guy that led it for us was fab.
Exactly. Oh, let us not forget the unforgettable bridesmaids moment. No, we didn't
Ugh.
actually poop in the street, but it was way too close for comfort.
We were duck walking. It was not pretty, and I started laughing. And the more I laughed, the more she yelled at me. The more she yelled, the more I laughed, and the worse it got. So bad. Made it. We made it.
Exactly. We did make it. We have to tell the story of the humping window guy, and you tell it best, Sissy. So this one's on you.
All right. So we were just tooling around, right? Just checking out a lot of little side streets and whatnot. We were on this one side street, and this guy was standing there, and Shannon's like, let's cross the pipe. Okay. So we cross the street, and she's like ready to go. And I'm like, oh, no, 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 no. He's up to something. I got to check this out. So we hang out at the corner, right? We're watching. There's a restaurant. It's on a corner. And so this restaurant happens to have glass that literally comes together for its corner. No wood. Completely open, right? With a lid. Restaurant's full of people because I'm checking it out, right? And the guy walks over to the ledge and he whips out a dollar bill and he rolls it up. And then he gets powder and puts it on the window ledge and snorts that up. Then he stumbles a little bit and then he does it again. At this point, people in the restaurant are noticing. So nobody's eating. They're all watching this me. And so, again, this is the corner restaurant, total glass, except for the little waist high leg. He goes over, to the corner and he starts humping it like a dog. It's very embarrassing. He did that. And at this point, the people in the restaurant were all just mouths open, just watching. And we're watching. And why I did not film this, Shannon, I will never know. I think I was just couldn't believe what I was seeing. It was awesome. Then, he just stumbled on his
Exactly. Classic New Orleans, though.
Oh,
Tell
we saw some stuff.
exactly. We saw plenty of stuff.
Yeah.
Tell everyone about the pickpocket.
Guys, I had no idea, right? Shannon had warned me. But Shannon was talking to Jeff on the phone. We were by Lafitte Bar. Super excited to visit and see that. It was so awesome in there. Anywho, I'm standing there waiting for Shannon to get off the phone with Jeff. And the nicest looking kid walks And he looks at me and he just smiles like an angel. And I smiled back and I think he's going to ask me something. No, no, he comes up and starts feeling my fronts. Now, honestly, I was so stunned that I couldn't even react for a minute. When he saw that I was going to react, he, of course, took off. But yeah, that happened. I'm glad that my money was not in my pocket, if you know what I mean, lady.
Great travel tip to don't keep your money in your pockets.
Yes. And, don't go by looks. If they look like angels and they're smiling at you, still be careful.
Exactly. And I saw it happening while I was on the phone and told Jeff I had to go because I thought someone was trying to pickpocket Ann. And I was ready to take this kid down if he had grabbed her purse.
Mhm. I don't think we had purses or anything.
I don't remember if we had purses or not.
Mm-mm. We had everything tucked out of the way because we were going to eat down there on the
That's
street.
right.
And it was
That's
pretty
right.
crowded. So
I
thank
forgot
God you
about.
warned me and told me to tuck everything away. Listen to
Yeah,
my sister.
I had
She
forgotten
knows
about
what
that.
she's talking about.
And I always ask guests to share a travel tip. So what have you learned from our trips?
I have learned, of course, guys, I bring my suitcase. Shannon does all the work. And I do feel a little guilty about it. But really, she doesn't want me playing. Anyway, I know that if you want to, like, we're getting ready to go in October. So we want to hit the steakhouse up on the first night. So we have already made our reservations for that. You need to reserve specialty dining early, especially a popular place. The steakhouse is always popular. Yeah. So just, reserve early. And, with your excursions, Shannon has proven to me you do not always have to book through the cruise line. There are a lot of good companies out there. And she's familiar with quite a few of them now. So, yeah, those are my tips today.
Some of the best excursions we've had have not been through the cruise line, have been things that I have booked
Mhm.
for us independently.
All the best ones. Yeah, for sure.
I will have to say that the one time that we were pier runners was not due to an excursion that we had booked. Okay, people. So don't think that was the reason. It was not. It's
No,
just
it was
us.
not.
That was just us in port losing track of time while we're out shopping. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we were shopping hard. I had to leave something behind so I could run.
Like Ann said, she doesn't have to plan anything when she comes with me. And I love planning trips from start to finish. So all my travel buddies, all they have to do is show up. Bring your bag, show up, everything's done.
And it's going to be fabulous every time.
So, Ann, what would you say was the most memorable moment for you on this trip to New Orleans? Either something we've already mentioned or something that we haven't.
Well, I mean, come on. I cannot get the image of that man humping that building out of my mind. I mean, it is burned into me forever. But I did love the Silver Man. We've all seen the Silver Man that rides around New Orleans. We would walk to the French Market from our B&B every morning. It was a gorgeous walk. And every morning he would see us. He would ride his little bicycle up. He would grab my hand and kiss my hand. I loved it. I'm just going to say.
That was a good moment. Yeah. I would have to say that the one that burns most in my memory, aside from the guy humping the window, I mean, that's hands down number one. But I would say the bouncer chasing you down the street for taking pictures of the girls standing outside
Oh,
Larry Flint's Hustler
yeah.
Club. I mean, I'm
The
not going to
hustler guy,
lie.
and he left me.
I left you high and dry. I wasn't going to
You
jail
did.
in New Orleans, and I had to make sure that if you went to jail, there was someone to bail you out. So that's why I took off.
That's what she always tells me. Somebody has to bail you out. So I got out of the way. So, just in case. So our hotel was right across the street from Hustler, right? The girls would come out in these little bitty, very tiny, sparkly little bikinis and whatnot. And they would stand around on the sidewalk and, yell out to people and whatnot. We were across the street. So I raised my phone to take a picture. So I snapped a couple pictures and the bouncer yelled at me, "You can't take pictures of my girls." So I yelled back, "Then they shouldn't be standing on the street. I'm taking pictures." Snap, snap, snap. Well, here he comes, starting to cross the street. Girl, I'm telling you, my tail moved out of there so quick. I ran to the hotel lobby, and there's Shannon standing at the door watching. And that's how that went.
Well, I have to tell you guys that every trip we go on, Anne gets in some kind of little trouble or almost trouble. And so, yeah, I have to be the one that doesn't get in trouble so that I can help her out. I mean, otherwise, if we both get in trouble, what are we going to do? I mean, we have nobody else to rely
True.
on. I mean, our husbands would probably say, hell, leave them in jail.
For sure. They would. Both of them. I mean, we would do the same. It was them.
This is true. This is true. Yeah. It goes both ways.
Yeah.
So, Anne, thank you so much for joining me tonight. We have to do this again soon, maybe with Kristen next time, and definitely
Oh, that would be
during our
wonderful.
upcoming 14-day cruise.
Yes, we definitely need to do a life blog or something and show you guys the ship and where we're at, what we're doing. And yeah, sounds awesome.
Exactly. If we can get enough people to subscribe, right now we currently only have 12 subscribers. So, everybody share with your friends. Let's get some people subscribing to our channel. And if we get enough before we sail on our cruise, then we'll come to you live from the ship on our cruise. It is a 14-day cruise. We are going to be on Carnival Dream. It's a Journeys cruise, which is different than your typical cruise. They have all different activities that you normally don't see on a regular cruise. So we would be able to bring y'all those activities live from the ship, checking out the wonderful ports that we're going to see. We're going to be hitting the Virgin Islands, San Juan, maybe. I mean, with Hurricane Aaron, who knows now if we're going to see San Juan.
Right. I'm a little worried about that. This will be the second time.
Exactly. We were supposed to see San Juan a couple of years ago, and the itinerary got changed at the last minute, so we were unable to go. And now this time, who knows, it might change again, but hopefully not.
Say that.
I know, right?
But I really want to see it.
So, guys, if you would like us to go live from the ship and show you what a 14-day journey cruise is all about and show you some of the beautiful ports that we're going to be stopping in along the way, please help us get those subscriber numbers up. Let's throw a number out there, Sissy. We're at 12 right now. What number do we want to be at to do a live for everybody?
Well, we need to be at, 50 or more, I would imagine. Come on, guys. Just hit the subscribe button.
Exactly. So let's say 50 is our ultimate goal, but if we can get at least 25, if we can get up to 25, we'll do a live from the ship for y'all. So please, everybody, help us make that goal. To everyone listening, thanks for tuning in tonight. Please give us a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, it's free, and share this podcast with your friends. My goal is to help you make memories for life through travel. So leave a comment or a message. Tell us what your favorite New Orleans memory is if you've been, or share your own travel story, and I might read it on the show or even invite you on as a guest. Until next time, I'm Shannon, and this has been Travel Time Stories. Keep making memories for life. Bye, everyone.
Bye.